It's not associated with pornography. You want to know who runs the porn industry? All Jews. All of them. But yet you can't look at a Jew and go, hey, porn industry? I do. 1984 said Newspeak would be fully implemented in 2050. It is this bulk of translation work that explains the party's decision to postpone the full adoption of Newspeak to 2050. See, I'm such a fighter that I'm like, not on my watch, bitch. I mean, they originally were doing, if you want some hope that you don't have to, this doesn't have to happen. It was originally called Agenda 21. You know, the globalist takeover. You know what it's called now? 2030. They had to postpone 9 years because people weren't buying in as hard as they thought. You know, they have to know. And right now, you can still turn the whole thing. Speak truth. It's not a weird, religious impossibility. It literally will save your life. It will save your society. It's so powerful. That one Catholic kid, him not apologizing because he wasn't wrong, just inspired a fucking generation. And you know what? The millennials, they're not the snowflakes. You know who the snowflakes were? The fucking baby boomers. Those Bill Whittle motherfuckers and all these guys. It's like, as long as we have the Constitution, we can have, we don't need a wall. Hey, motherfucker, those demographics vote against the Constitution. Like, the baby boomers are the spoiled kids that think that they can pretend that ethnicity and demographics and all this shit don't matter. And that's their luxury. People like us that are fucking faced with it, you know, the Naturalization Act and all this stuff where they're like, everyone is welcome because this place is great. We're just going to smoke weed and fuck each other. And they still have this high horse. We went to the moon and it was marvelous. You are racist, sir. We have the Constitution. Bitch, you don't keep the Constitution unless you start securing some borders. You know, it's like, what, 80% of like Hispanic people are voting for like against Second Amendment shit? Yeah, you want to face those realities, Bill Whittle? Or you want to just still be like, and so now we have the millennials getting blamed for being the snowflakes, but it was really bad parenting. You know, the baby boomers were like, we could just listen to the 60s were great. They were the worst parents. And so these kids are like in a constant state of trauma and confusion. It's like, it is a luxury to not have people call you a bigot, racist, homophobe. Electing gay leaders isn't a plus. That's a hard truth. Electing leaders without kids is not good. Europe, all their leaders have no kids, or they're like homos. It's like they don't have the same investment in the future as heterosexuals with children. That's a fact. You can't argue it. It's like the bond between a parent and a child is unbelievable. When I look at my kid, I'm inspired to be like, I will give you the America that I got. I'm not going to give you slavery. Homos and childless people, they want to indulge. It's just overall true. And there's always exceptions. You know, these neocon baby boomers are like, I know a gay guy who's very pleasant and gracious. It's like demographics, retard. Your enemies know all about demographics. And they're exploiting it. And now the millennials are called snowflakes and pussies. And that's the product of a bunch of parents that couldn't say hard truths. And then everyone paints it as like, oh, you hate homosexuals. Obviously not. That's an insane argument. Who the fuck hates homosexuals? Only closet homos hate homosexuals. And I think homosexuals should have all the rights I have. All I'm saying is it's not only not a plus to elect them in charge of things, it's a negative. It's a negative. It is. It is. Oh, you want to take the homosexual rights away? Of course not. It's a societal thing. It's like, if we all say like, oh, we're so proud we just elected a homosexual, it's like, proud of what? What are their policies? Let me guess. Bigger government, higher taxes, less accountability, more drugs, less family. Like, it's every time. Every fucking time. Why? Because they're not passing on to the next generation, because they're not having kids. Because when you butt fuck, it doesn't make any life. These are such obvious truths that the baby boomers got to not talk about because they got spoiled because their parents were fucking awesome. And the amount of stress and hate that guys like me get. And it's like, and people are like, well, are you motivated by hate? I'm motivated by love. I love my children so much, and I want their future to be so good that I will not indulge in my own feelings of social acceptance from a guy who's 4'1". Joe Rogan's 4'1". At the expense of my kids. The debt's on them. The loss of freedom is it's them, not me. It's like the selfishness of these motherfuckers is mind-blowing. And I'll take that heat all day long. Oh, bigot. Owen's lost his mind. And you're seeing it happen. I get swarmed all the time. And it's like, there's nothing you can do to me that can make me apologize for this stuff or stop doing it. Because I love my children. Well, aren't you proud of our homosexual mayor? Why would I be proud that your leader butt fucks? What's his policies? I don't know. I just know he likes rollerblading.